Most of the time on this channel, I 3D print things because they're fun, or useful, or because I want to see if I can. But every once in a while, a print feels different. This one isn't about settings, or filament, or even the final project. This is about a kid, a Christmas, and making sure one small moment feels special. I'm Brad, this is Looking for Prints. Now, let's go to the computer and find a special print for a special little boy on Christmas. Let's go print something. All right, so this is going to be our print today. It's in Make a World, and it's going to be the knitted Triceratops dinosaur. The boy that we adopted for Christmas, he really loves dinosaurs, and my wife said he would really like this knitted one. We're going to go ahead and do it in separate parts because we don't have a multicolor printer. So let's go ahead and download our STL file for the separate parts. There it is. We'll go ahead and extract it like we always do into our downloads folder. And there it is. Let's go ahead and start a new project. And we'll go ahead and go into our Triceratops. And I think we're going to start with the white pieces, the horns, and all three horns, because I currently have white filament in the printer. So let's go back into our slicer. We'll start with left horn, and I'm going to move that to the left side. I'm going to actually scale this up also. We're going to make this a bigger dinosaur. I really want to make this special for him. We're going to blow this up 200%. Our dinosaur is going to be 200% bigger. So real quick, I came up to scale up here, and then I'll put 200 in the scale here. And as soon as I hit tab, everything else adjusts for 200. The X, Y, and Z axis all adjusted for 200%. And then we're not going to duplicate. I'm going to go ahead and grab the right horn, and we're going to go ahead and scale that one as well. Again, 200. All right. And then we're going to grab, last but not least, the middle horn. Open. And we have to find it. Where did it put it? There it is, right under the right one. Put that right there. And again, scale 200. Hit tab. And now it's 200%. Okay. Looks like 15 minutes. Not much. So go ahead and send it to the printer. Upload it. Okay, there's our horns. And we're going to go ahead and do time lapse, texture build plate, and send it to the printer. All right, we'll check back in about 15 minutes, see if it's done. Okay, and just about 15 minutes later, there's all three of our horns. We'll take them off the build plate here. They come off pretty easy. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and switch filament to our orange. Let me get this switched over, and we'll go ahead and start printing out the body of the Triceratops. And here's the filament we'll be using for the main body, this Elegoo PLA orange filament. Let me get this loaded into the printer. Okay, you guys have seen this before, but I'm going to go ahead and clip the filament on an angle. Easier when you clip it on an angle. And then we'll go ahead and load this filament, just like so many times before. This time though, I'm not going to use the filament dryer, as the filament's brand new, so I don't think there's a need to. So we'll just move this off to the side and put it directly on our spool. Run it into our printer here, into the box here. And hit load on the print screen. Now we just got to wait for it to come up to temperature, and then it'll take our filament. All right, just about to temperature. Go ahead and put a little pressure on the filament. All right, and there it goes up into the print head. I can feel it grabbing it, and we'll look down at the nozzle to see if anything's coming out. Got some filament coming out there. All right, and we'll go ahead, because we are changing colors from white to orange, we're gonna flush it one more time. All right, our filament is all loaded up. Let's go ahead and get our print ready. Okay, let's bring in the dinosaur. Click on the body, hit open. And remember, we are printing twice its size, so we need to scale here. So we'll hit scale, hit 200, and boom, twice its size. And we'll preview the print. Now, looks like we have some floating regions. We'll want to go ahead and go back and put in our supports. Enable supports, tree, and let's go preview. And slowly generating. All right, and there's our tree supports. And we'll go ahead and send it over to the printer. Hit print, and we'll upload it to our printer and start printing. Okay, so now we got to do the left eye and the right eye. Just like before when we've done eyes for objects, we're going to put the left on the left side and the right on the right side, just like the horns too. So, and remember, because this is twice the size, we've got to scale it up. So scale 200. And no, I don't know the difference between these eyes. It's just labeled in there as left and right. So I want to make sure we get it right. So there we are. Okay, so there we go. Both left and right. All right, now we'll send it to our printer. Oh, first we got to put it in the slice or slice it. So we'll hit preview. Okay, then print and upload it to the printer. All right, and we'll get it as soon as we change the filament black. We'll start it printing. Got our filament changed to the black. Let's go down to our printer and let's print out the eyes. All right, there we go. Should only take a few minutes. I knew things were going too smoothly, but that's what we got. That's what printed out. So I'm gonna watch this build plate, clean it up, and see if that doesn't solve our issue, because the last couple prints I tried didn't stick. So, all right, print crew, let's try this again. Print again. Oop, let's see what happens. And we'll check back on it in 4 minutes. Take a look, print crew. Even the replacement printer doesn't seem to want to print correctly. Keeps messing up. But good news is, look what arrived. The new bamboo. Gonna be opening that up soon. Stay tuned for an unboxing video. All right, the eyes finally successfully printed. After much trial and error, it kept failing. But I figured out what the problem was. So, coming down here, we'll confirm our print. I needed to recalibrate the printer. So I came in here and put one-click self-check, and that recalibrates everything. So I selected all and I hit start, and that went through a test. It took about a half hour to do all that, but once it was done, everything worked fine. So hopefully it'll continue to work fine. I don't know why it went out of whack like that, but I know my daughter was trying to print something yesterday and it was making some weird sounds, she said. When I got back home from being out of town, it just wasn't printing. So hopefully that, like I said, it fixed it for now. So we'll take the eyes off and we'll get to assembling our Triceratops. All right, here's our Triceratops all printed out. So let's go ahead and assemble them. First, we'll start with the horns. Put some super glue in there. My camera operator, my daughter, asked why I had tools. This is why, so I could get the lid off the super glue. Okay, we're just gonna drop super glue into where the horns go. I don't want these horns or any of it popping out, so I'll put quite a bit of super glue in there. Okay, we'll put the first one in just like that. Put the second one in. Put the second one in there. Boom, just like that. And a little bit of glue came out, but that's all right. We can clean that up right on the side. So yeah, when my wife mentioned that the little boy she teaches at school, he was on what was called the giving tree. And that's for families that aren't well off, and people will go and pull their names off the giving tree and buy gifts for them. This little boy that she teaches, his name was still on the giving tree. So her colleagues and her and myself, we all decided to come together and make this boy's Christmas special. So we pulled his name off the giving tree, bought him a bunch of gifts, and my wife says he loves dinosaurs, and he loves the color orange. Hence the orange Triceratops. I knew I was going to print him something special. So we'll clean up the horn on the nose here. I mean, my fondest memories are, from when I was a kid at Christmas. My parents didn't have a lot, but they always made sure I had gifts. And I do the same for my kids too. Doesn't matter how well off we are, just as long as we have a great Christmas with friends and family. And put the last eye in here. There we go. Glue's gonna shoot out the side. You see here a little bit. We're gonna clean them up. And there we go. Orange Triceratops. I really hope he likes it. I'm sure he will. But I wanted to do something special also for him on top of all the gifts we got him. As I close out this video, I think it's important to remember what Christmas means to me. Christmas for me is spending time with my family, my kids, my wife, my parents, my grandma, my aunt, my uncle, my cousins, my whole family. It's always been something we've done every year, and it's something that's near and dear to me. For this little boy, I hope this Christmas is a special one for him. And I did this video not for the views, not for the likes. I did it for him so that he can go back and hopefully maybe one day see that some people did care, enough to be able to give him some gifts and maybe a special Christmas. For all you guys out there, have a Merry Christmas. Always be printing, and I'll catch you on the next one.